Morning. Morning, morning. Morning, morning, morning. 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 Glowing ball. A little bit. Hello. How you doing? How's it going? We all filled with joy and happiness on this day of days. Right. Let's bring that down a smidge more. Yeah, how are we all doing? It's Thursday. I think it is Thursday, right? It is Thursday. Days. It's irrelevant in my world. Yes, it is. It's Thursday. Okay, cool. You haven't been to bed yet. You'll see for how long. Well, I mean, as much... Do you know what, Glowing Ball? As much as I appreciate the viewership, I hope that somehow this helps you go to sleep. I hope it does, because sleep is important. But thank you for being here while you are. Right, I need to sort out a couple of bits before we get anything going. Like, this to-do list is turning into just the thing that sits in the background and never gets done. But tomorrow... Tomorrow is my Twitch anniversary. Technically it was yesterday, but I wasn't streaming yesterday, so tomorrow is my Twitch anniversary. I need this, which I should have already done. Discord game vote. I need... I don't know if I want to do an overlay. I don't know how deep I'm going to go into this. I might open up the options for an extended stream. But if I do, it'll probably be capped. At, like, I don't know, an extra 4 hours or something. Like, what time do I normally finish? 5. I finish between 5 and 6. So, I'll tell you what I'll put in brackets. 4 to 6 hours extra. I was debating about doing a giveaway. But sometimes they can get a bit messy. Yeah, what else? What else is there to do? What else can I do? What else is there? And obviously we have the hats already, so the hats is a given. We could do that. The hats could be available. Yeah, okay, so game vote, which now I've put up there, and I actually kind of need underneath. Hang on. I kind of need this underneath because there's going to be extra bits written with it. So if I put that there, and then we do that, there we go. There we are. Right. So. Game vote. Is that Dinao? We could play Dinao, which is diplomacy is not an option. I don't know if anyone anywhere writes that game in that fashion, but it's happened now. So that's a possibility. What else could be on the game vote? I should probably have a look at the game list. Which, do you know what? I should probably put this on I should probably save this as just one of my quick links. My drive, not anyone else's drive. My drive. Oh, who am I logged in as? I'm logged in as my alter ego. That's why none of this is showing up correctly. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So that's there. Then that's happened. So that can go away. Manor Lords put out, I believe Manor Lords put an update out yesterday. I believe they did that. Do you know what? It's a community favourite. It's a community favourite. And then we'll do... Wait, which way around is medieval? Which, it's the other way around. Why did I just do it that way around? I was even nearly there because I put the... I started off and then corrected myself in the wrong way. So I think that we can have those three on the list. I might put a fourth on the list. And arguably, we don't have to play one all day. We don't have to play one all day. And what I think we might also do... There we go. There we go. We'll do that. And we all know what the forfeit games are, so that can happen at the time. Yana, good morning. Good morning, Yana. How you doing? I kind of want... I want one more game. I want one more game to throw onto this. Maybe something you guys haven't seen on the channel. Might do that. Might do something you guys have... Oh, actually, wait, no. I'll tell you what. Let's... Actually, no. I was going to say Satisfactory, just because that's a really chilled out game to play. But that's meant to be having... I think that's going gold in September, so I might hold back from that. Let's do... I think that's what the game vote is going to be. Globor, we can't do sketches during the game streams because of tablet issues, right? So, so the issues with the right? So the issues with tablet, funnily enough, Globor, funnily enough, I was thinking about this morning, and I was thinking about it last night. So the issue with the tablet issues, that arise, are that if I unplug this tablet, it crashes the screen. Now, what I used to do, because I used to do gaming and art streams, I used to do, obviously, art in the morning and gaming in the afternoon. I used to do those all the time. And so, obviously, tomorrow potentially being a longer day than normal, I might want to switch between them anyway. So I might actually just try and be as careful as possible with this. Essentially what happens is if I leave it plugged in, the cable breaks because the position I have to, because I just don't have enough space. I don't have enough space, so the tablet kind of gets a bit wedged over there, and that obviously was doing some damage to the cable, so the cable eventually stopped working properly. Yeah. But we might do that as well. The other thing as well is doing sketches during gaming streams. So what I would say is specifically during gaming, if I am gaming, I would probably turn down doing a speed sketch, just because it kind of breaks up the flow of the game. So that's more the issue. That's more the issue with doing sketches during game streams. Is it requires basically it requires a bit, it requires a bit of dicking around here to reset things up, rather than it being because of the way the tablet has problems. But I am very conscious at the moment that I'm obviously losing a lot of the gaming viewership by just doing the art streams at the moment. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this at the moment. But anyway, so the not having the sketch redeemed during gaming is more to do with just kind of breaking up the flow of the game. Core Keeper. Do you know, I didn't totally love Core Keeper. I played Core Keeper. I don't think I streamed Core Keeper, but I have played it. I didn't totally love it, and it's a real shame because I should love it. I should love it, but I don't totally love it. And then Ness. Oh, do you know, I couldn't pronounce this right when I was streaming it, let alone not having thought about it for a while. Ness. We're going to call it Ness right now. I'm aware that's not how it's pronounced, but we know what I'm talking about. Ness. I didn't totally love that game either. So I'm quite fortunate that I was sent that one for free. Because if I remember correctly, that was a hooded horse, I think. Was that a hooded horse? Was that not a hooded horse? I thought that was a hooded horse. Did I get that direct from the developer? I must have done. I must have got that direct from the developer. I take that back. Oh, that's not good. I've not noted that down properly. You've just pointed out something to me that I've not done correctly. I've not noted down. Which was the whole point of this. This is one of the main reasons. This is one of the main reasons for this spreadsheet, so I can remember where I got games from, and I've not noted that one down. That's very naughty of me. That's very bad. But yeah, sorry, I didn't totally love that game. Unfortunately, I didn't really enjoy either of them. Maybe I should have spent more time. Well, I say maybe. I haven't really had the time to do it. But maybe if I spent, not that I should, maybe if I had spent more time on them offline, just learning how they worked a bit better, I might have enjoyed them more. Because I should enjoy them. They're definitely in like my wheelhouse for games that I should be playing. But yeah, they didn't. And when I say didn't enjoy them, I'm not saying like I'm not like going, hey, they're rubbish games. That's not what I'm saying at all. They just didn't grab me. They just didn't grab me in terms of what I was expecting from them. But yeah, so in terms of like if that one's had a graphics update. What have they what's going on with that? Oh my god, Steam is so loud. Oh, so it's an improvement upon the existing graphics. It's not like they've changed to a different visual style. I see. We've got an ad break coming up. For the stream anniversary, maybe a game you haven't played, but what's in your Steam library. The only problem is that can be such a roulette moment. Doing something that I've never played on stream. To a certain degree, I kind of feel like a lot of stuff that isn't on that I haven't done on stream. There's probably a reason. But anyway, I mean, this is why I'm looking at this vote. This is why this vote. I mean, like you guys haven't seen Sins of a Solar Empire 2 yet. Well, at least not on this channel, anyway. And if we're going to play things for a long time, I know these ones are. I know these three are popular. This one's a one that I think is a good game, but just obviously, yeah, you guys haven't seen it. Glowing Ball, not the adult ones. Do you know what I want to say? Have I ever told you guys? This was not intentional. This is one of the things, right? I'm going to have to explain the beginning of this. And I'm sure everyone else does it. But, like, you buy Humble Bundle deals. And when you buy Humble Bundle deals, you usually buy the deal because it's got, like, say, like a couple of games in it that you're interested in. Maybe even one game. But, you know, there's usually, like, I'd say between 1 and 3 games in a bundle where you're like, oh, yeah, I like those. And then you don't really look into the other stuff because you don't recognize the names. But if you're like me, once you've bought the bundle, you literally, Humble Bundle just gives you a list of codes, and I just plug them all in. I just plug them all into Steam, and I'm just like, well, I bought it. I'll put it in my Steam library. I think there are 2. I think there are 2 adult games in my Steam library. Never been installed and never been played. And I can prove that. I can prove they've never been played. But there are I've literally put them in their own separate group just so I never inadvertently go to them. I know exactly where they are in my Steam library so that I never go to them. But anyway, yes. So it's what I'm trying to say is, Glowing Boar, is it's going to be easy to avoid them because I know exactly where they are and to ignore them. And they were not intentionally purchased. And do you know the worst bit was I found these because I'm always trying to find a good way to organize my Steam library because there's so many games. And at one point I created a section for my Steam library of I had a plan at one point that I was going to review my entire Steam library. I was going to review my entire Steam library, and I was there going, do you know what, this will take ages. This will be so much content for YouTube. This will be amazing. I'm going to play every game and I'm going to review every game. And it's going to take me, like, you know, I'll take me like it's good 2 or 3 years of content there trying to do all of that. And I put all these games in that were like never played, needs reviewing into their own little category. And I was just flicking through them and I was like, what's that? And like, there were ones I came across and I was like, I don't even recognize the name of that game. I have no clue what it is. And so I went to their store. So I was going to their store pages. And at one point I just clicked on one of these games, went to the store page and went, oh my. So yeah, we're not doing those. We're not that kind of stream. We're not that kind of stream. Anyway. Right, so what else is on my list? So there's the forfeit stuff. I don't think I've actually bought those golden forfeits, so those golden forfeits can't really be there. Airship, Grim Dawn. Do you know what I think the problem with voting for Grim Dawn is? Grim Dawn needs more than like a single stream to really showcase it well. Same with Airship. Kingdom Adrift. They kind of need more than a stream, so those wouldn't be any good for tomorrow. Enshrouded. At some point, I need to go back to Enshrouded. Again, this is one of those games that I should love. I should love Enshrouded, but my first time playing it didn't really grab me. What else is here? Oh yeah, Clan Folk. But again, Clan Folk is one of those ones where it's going to require more than a stream. Same with Aliens Dark Descent. And then there's Satisfactory. But I'm kind of, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to move Satisfactory out of the way. I'm going to move Satisfactory over to my little column of waiting for updates. In fact, you know what? While we're on this thing, let's just go over here. So these ones we're all waiting for updates on. These ones here, so that's why those aren't getting played right now. And then oh, actually, Homeworld 3 is out now, isn't it? I need to play that at some point. I'm going to play that offline though. I don't know if I actually want that on this list. You know, in fact, no, it can go. It's come out now. It's come out now. We know it exists. It's fun. It's fine. Right, so that's there. Any of those? Yeah, none of those come out yet. Install the colonists and do a monthly challenge. Did I? I think I put the colonists on my wish list. Let me. Oh wait, that's not the right screen. I think I put the colonists on my wish list. I don't think I own it. And I am aware that it is on sale at the moment. Yeah, I've got it on my wish list. I don't own the colonists at the moment. I'm also thinking, and I don't know how many people cared about the game, but I was thinking about doing a game giveaway tomorrow. I was thinking about giving away a copy of Diplomacy Is Not an Option. Though I suspect people will probably have bought it already if they were interested in it. So there might not be any point. Yeah, do you know what? Instead of any kind of procrastination, although do you know what the problem with Timberborn? The problem with Timberborn is that needs. I can't remember where I was up to with the save. I can't remember where I got to with the save for Timberborn. As in, like, I think I said when we finished streaming Timberborn that I would keep the save and possibly try and use it for the next update so that we weren't starting from scratch. I'm pretty sure I said that. Because we'd colonized, I think we'd colonized about half the map. So there was like a whole half the map we hadn't colonized. And Timberborn's had an update where it's kind of giving you a bit of an end game goal. In fact, yeah, we can leave that in. And then yeah, Diplomacy Is Not an Option can stay in. Going medieval, we've got the previous save with the people in it, so we can put more time into that. That's easy enough. And sins can work as a could work as a yeah. I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna go with these four. Get rid of that. Let's. Game vote for the day. Let's steal that from somewhere else. Where's my game vote stuff? Game vote stuff is there. Okay. Let's throw that into the game voting. There we go. And duck. Shroom. Face. And other face. There we go. Right, game vote is over on Discord for the subscribers. There we are. That's there. And yeah. Okay, so that bit's done. That bit's out of the way, and I'll have a think about this bit. And then glowing ball. A boar in bed counting sheep. Boar in bed counting sheep. Obviously. Obviously. Oakley dokley. Right. Wheel. Okay, so a boar in bed. A boar in bed. Have I drawn a boar before? Have I drawn a boar on stream before? Wait, am I thinking of a boar or am I thinking of a warthog? Wait, is a warthog an... Oh god, I don't even know. I might be drawing a terrible example of a boar now. So anyway, as we were saying, so yeah, tomorrow will be 3-year anniversary stuff. I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's going to be a pretty standard day. It's going to be a pretty standard day, if all told, realistically. Give him a pillow. Is it me? Wait, hang on. Is the music really like this track? This track messes me up every time, I think, because it's so quiet that I just can't hear it. Now, how would a boar be in bed? I feel like, don't worry, I'm going to give him limbs. He's going to have limbs. This is not this is not how he's going to stay. He's not going to stay limbless. I think they have little trotters like pigs, right? I can't remember. I don't even know. There you go. We'll just do that. We'll just do that, and that's how they're gonna have. That's how they're gonna be like that. And then we'll put a shoulder in. In fact, you know what? If he's in bed, I'll tell you what, we'll do it up here. But he should have a little teddy. To help him sleep. Which apparently looks more like a cat. There we go. Little teddy under the arms. Help him sleep at night. And then we'll have a bed sheet. Obviously a bed sheet, you know, otherwise it'd be cold. Although maybe that's why he can't sleep, because he's not got a bed sheet on. He's just a bit cold. There we go. We'll have that. So we'll have that coming out there. And then we'll have that coming over the top. So if that's everything under the bed sheet, then actually we're going to see very little of him. Oh, do you not know the bed sheet's going to? Otherwise, we'll cover up the teddy, won't we? That's no use. That's no use covering up the teddy. Gonna have to go a different direction. The bed sheet's gonna have to come up this way, and we'll bring it round the back. So his shoulder's gonna be out. But then we can get rid of all of this, because we won't see this because it's under a bed sheet. It's under a bed sheet. There's little tails coming out. Actually, some of that should really stay. Some of that should really stay, just to show the shape that's going on. The teddy, the bottom of the teddy, we won't see the bottom of the teddy. There we go, that's under the bed sheet. That's under the bed sheet. There we go. And we'll probably actually see a little bit of this leg. This leg coming down here. A little bit of shadow. A little bit of shadow there as well. Just on the bottom. There we go. It's not having a good time. And then we need the rest of the bed, don't we? Um, Lord Elston, good morning. Good morning, Lord Elston. Shadow there. So, okay, and then... Lord Elston will be very familiar with this from looking after his farm. Just sheep escaping from his farm. This, I'm sorry. Do you know? In fact, I apologize, Lord Elston. This might be giving you an like you might be having like an existential crisis. You might these aren't really your sheep. These aren't really your sheep. They're not like glowing balls not helping your sheep escape. These are fictional sheep. You don't need to go out and check. And then, how are you going to be counting them? Probably going to be counting them with an abacus, aren't you? Because that makes sense. There you go. There's your abacus, so you can count them. And now, I suppose the question is, Glowing Ball, why can't you sleep? Why can't you? I realise this is a boar who can't sleep, but being that you're called Glowing Boar, I feel like this might be in reference to your previous comment. Now, the reason why you can't sleep, so this will be the reason you can't sleep. Oh, do you know what I should have done? So that it was all topical and in keeping, I should have done... This should be Lord Elston. This should be Lord Elston going, what are you doing with my sheep? But as we all know, Lord Elston is actually a gnome wizard, so that wouldn't work. Why are you not doing the thing? Oh, because I did the wrong button, that's why. Because as we all know, you can't sleep when enemies are close. There you go. Boar counting sheep. There's your sketch. A boar counting sheep to try and to sleep. Oh dear. Marvellous. There you go. Oh dear. First time chattage from Di. Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Excellent. I hope you are doing well as well. This looks dope. This is not meant to. This is meant to be a stupid little sketch. This is meant to be a stupid little sketch. But thank you. Max, good morning. Good morning, Max. Anyway, right, okay. So that can go away now. That can go away. What we're going to work on today... What we're going to work... You know, I'm kind of tempted to work on this, even though it's not related to anything that we're supposed to be doing. I'm kind of tempted to work some more on the Spaven. Kind of tempted to do that, but realistically, I should be working on... I need to finish this. I need to finish this. When it loads. When it loads. Any moment now. Anyway, there we go. I do need to work on this. How quick? How quick and dirty? How quick and dirty? Wop wow. Quick and dirty. If I just did that, or maybe I do a separate. Do I do a separate light? Like I could do a light for each eye. Bring that in. I've done this on a different layer, so if it looks rubbish, it doesn't matter. So I might just do something like that for the inner glow. Which the fact that it doesn't actually illuminate everything inside does actually work. Oh, I've not done a line there, have I? There should be a line there. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. There should be a line. How big are these lines? They're not 25. 20. Probably about that big. Yeah, we'll say it's about that big. Yes. Okay. So give me that. Whatever's in the cauldron edible? You can try. You can certainly try. I've not decided what's in the cauldron, but it's look. Let's work on something. I think everything is eatable once. everything is eatable once. So I suppose from that perspective, yes. Yes. But it might only be once. Kind of a little bit disappointed I've not put any kind of edging on that, but I suppose it is directly front, so you wouldn't really see edge. It's green. The stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's something you could eat that's green in a cauldron. Like it'll be fine. Just think of it. It could be a. It could be a liquid salad. Maybe you know how like you can get those like things that make smoothies. This is just the fantasy version. This is just the fantasy version of a vegetable smoothie. There you go. That's what it could be. That's what it could be. Piker, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. And on that note, here's an unsettling fact. At a certain point during a cremation, a human is perfectly cooked. This is very true. This is very true. Yes. Voting accomplished. Spinach soup. See, Yana's on board. Yana's on board. This could be just be spinach soup. Could be just a spinach soup. I think I want to add... I think I do want to add another layer of shadow on that. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, but I think I do. I think I'll do. Helps if I actually change the colour to if I'm going to do something, doesn't it? Actually, I've kind of got a line going there. I might do a line. I've kind of got just that little ridge. I might use that ridge as a... Bring that to there. And then I'll bring it out so it flares a bit towards the bottom. So we'll do that. I might have a bit. Yeah. I think we'll do that. And then I've potentially got another little ridge that I've put in there. So let's use that. And actually I might see how just doing this entire corner. If I just do this entire corner, that might work. And then yeah, keep that relatively simple. Glowing ball. So if it's vegetables, it's poison. I mean, if you view I tell you what, if you view vegetables as poison, then yes, what is in that cauldron is poison. 100%. Oh, because I put that on the wrong layer. What a surprise! What a surprise! I've put something on the wrong layer. I never normally do that. Never been known to put things on the wrong layer. Anyway, so I think based on similar to what we've done in earlier in the week, I'll put a little bit of time into trying to get these a bit more polished, and I might actually spend some time on that spaven from before. And also on the note of tomorrow, yeah, what else can I do for tomorrow? What else can I do for tomorrow that would be interesting? And market. Market is a special day. We could... I think I will. I think I will try and get some artwork in tomorrow. I think I will do that. Just because it's... even though it would normally be gaming all day, I think I might try and... might try and get a bit of artwork in just because it's a bit of an unusual day. Do you know what the downside is, though? If I do an extended stream tomorrow... If I do an extended stream tomorrow... Do you know what my biggest concern about doing an extended stream is? It means I'm not gonna get time to have a takeaway. I won't have time to have my Friday takeaway if I do an extended stream tomorrow. That's probably my biggest reason not to do one. Okay, I might come back to that pumpkin. Right, okay, so this death cap mushroom. This death cap mushroom, I'm going to take a copy. And the reason I'm going to take a copy is because I'm going to start again. I think. But do I need to entirely start again? Not really. I'm going to get rid of that. Because I want to simplify this a bit, is what I'm thinking. Oh, a 15-minute sketch. For tomorrow, a bird from the Gnomeverse. Well, wait, hang on. Do you want me to do this now, or you want me to do that? Or you actually want me to do it on tomorrow's stream? So we're saying for definite that tomorrow's stream will have to have some artwork involved. Let's tidy that up a bit. See, I might keep that, even though I said I was going to simplify this all down a bit, just because there's no edge to it. I might keep that. Is that just the sketch? That is just the sketch. Okay. Can eat during the switch between gaming and art. Well, the problem is if I get a takeaway is going to take me like when I have a takeaway, I will that's a hour or two of eating because I take my time with a takeaway. Like when I'm eating a takeaway, I'll like watch a movie or something. So that it would take a long time. If I was to try and do it in between gaming and art and gaming, it would just mean wolfing it down. And if I was to wolf it down, there'd just be no point. There'd be no point in getting a takeaway. So yeah, if we do an extended stream tomorrow, what I would end up doing is I would obviously, I would eat. I just would eat. I'd just go grab a sandwich. But yeah, if we do an extended stream, then I will. We'll do. I was just thinking about the forfeit. Then we'll do the forfeit vote on stream if that happens, because solid chance it won't. Because one of the downsides, and this is why I meant to do. This was why I actually meant to do the streamiversary last week. One of the downsides is this weekend in the UK is an extended weekend. So I'm not actually sure how busy tomorrow will be anyway, because certainly for UK peeps, it's an extra like weekend where people try and get away for a few days. He said you want to get art in tomorrow. Well, I can't. I don't know if we'll definitely do art, but there's a chance just because it's meant to be a bit of a different stream. Was what I was thinking. And worst case scenario, Yana, if I don't do art tomorrow, I could just refund the points, or I can do it on an art stream day. Your points will not be taken without something being produced. Actually, wait, let's tidy that up that way. Let's do that. Yeah, I think I prefer that. Might actually cheat a little bit for this one. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Bit off on this side, I'll have to tidy that up. It's too much. That's too much. I have to try to use the tool to help me. I think I've ended up just going over everything the tool did anyway. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Today, also as a note, today's stream will be wrapping up just after 12 my time. I've got bits I've got to do this afternoon because I've got a busy weekend, so unfortunately Not going to have not going to have the weekend to do some bits that I normally do. So I kind of have to make sure they're done today. I was trying to think about what I watched last night so I could talk about it. You're trying to think when, one of the main reasons people watch streamers is because they're talking. I'm trying to think about what I was watching last night, but I wasn't watching anything last night because I was on Rook's stream last night. Doing more 7 Days to Die. Oh, actually, that should be the other way, shouldn't it? That should be that way. We started experimenting with electricity yesterday in 7 days. Which, despite how many hours I've put into 7 days, I've never really bothered much with the electricity side of things. So that was fun. Figuring out how that stuff works. And it was most effective. It was most effective when the zombies turned up. I practiced a bit on my own game before a stream, just so we weren't too lost on it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what they have done with that game. Though I kind of am. I'm kind of surprised when it went gold. They increased the price of it. And I don't know. I feel to a certain degree, I feel like they've kind of screwed themselves by increasing the price. And it's not necessarily because I think the game's not worth the money. Like the game's had like years and years and years of development, and they're still adding. They're going to be adding more content for the next like 12 months. It's not that. It's just I think a lot of people have been like watching that game being developed and they've been waiting to buy it, and then they've seen it go up in price. And that's just, and it, like when I say go up in price, like it's doubled. The price tag has doubled for that game. And I think it's just been around too long and people have just got used to that price, and so when they see the price jump as much as it has, it's not so, like, people aren't necessarily going to know. People aren't going to see the years that have gone into developing a pretty good game. They're just going to see that the price has doubled. So I feel like from a marketing perspective, it was a bad idea. And it is a shame because it's a good game. Like, even knowing it's a good game, I don't know if I could really recommend anyone. Like, I'd almost feel bad like recommending someone buying it right now when it's at full price. Despite it being a good game. Ambro, no I don't. Wait, what? No I don't what? What do I know I don't on? What did I just say that I'm a no I don't on? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to bring that. You've got no idea. Brilliant. Brilliant. Good. Good morning, Ambro. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? You just didn't want to do a boring hello. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. It was a conversation starter, wasn't it? It was good. It was good as a conversation starter. Although, sadly, the conversation... Well, do you know, I was about to say the conversation didn't go very far, but we're still talking now, aren't we? We're still talking now, so I suppose technically it was a good conversation starter because we're talking about it. So well done. Well done. Ooh, why are you not working? Oh, is it because I did that? Is that why you're not working? If I do that, now you're working. There we go. Actually, wait, if this is meant to be rounded, it would be... probably coming down here anyway. Which that means I don't totally know how that's going to impact this this funky bit here, because I put all that on the same layer. Me in same layers. I am a menace to myself. I think I can fix that. I think I can fix it. It's fine. Came down too low. So actually, do you know what? I might, just to reinforce that shadow that's going on, let's do that. So we'll have that shadow go just beyond. Like so. And then yeah, to try and make this work, because I already did kind of a bit of a blend. Let's... If I do this... That, I think, kind of works. Kind of gets around that potential issue. So we'll do that. You're doing good now because you were nearly... Wait, you were nearly jobless yesterday. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad that it's just a nearly. I had a nice fire in a crusher. Managed to contain it in time. Otherwise, the whole shop would have went up in flames. Well, I am glad. I'm glad to hear that it was contained. And I hope that everyone was safe afterwards. Oh wow, people are really voting. People are really voting, aren't they? What a surprise. What a surprise. People are keen for Timberborn. It's a running theme. Sorry, I will be back in just a second. I say just a second. A few more, multiple seconds, I'll be back. Sorry, a bicycle battery. Damn. I've seen... I am in no way... I'm in no way knowledgeable of the construction of batteries. So I can't really comment too much. But I've seen... This is the extent of my knowledge of batteries being dangerous. The extent of my knowledge of batteries being dangerous is... I can't remember if it's Instagram or YouTube. Whichever one of their shorts sends me the picture of like the guy in a factory and he's stabbing the I just stabbed myself in the hand with this. That is more painful than it should be. Stabbing the battery with like a screwdriver, but they're testing like a system. They're testing a system for dealing with batteries when they kind of go boom. And that's kind of the extent of my knowledge of... I mean, I know batteries are dangerous anyway beyond that video, but yeah, that's... they either go boom or 8-foot flames. Well, as I say, I'm glad to hear... I'm presuming everyone is safe. By the fact that you're talking to me about it, I'm presuming everyone is safe. Yeah, batteries... Batteries are a weird one, aren't they? Like, they're so... Like, we're not gonna... We're probably not gonna get too in-depth on this conversation. But just, like, batteries are so, like, essential to our society, and yet they are just so dangerous. They were talking about, we had a on the whatever TV show my mum was watching. I can't remember which one it was now. It's one of the daytime TV shows, but they had a person on there talking about recycling and what can and can't be recycled. And they had a whole bit about batteries. They were like, no, don't put batteries in regular waste. Dangerous. Terrible. Which obviously they are. That's but yeah, so essential, yet so dangerous. Especially when you start looking around. Like, if I look around now, I'm like, yep, there's batteries everywhere. Zero damages. Your heart had a... I could, yeah. If you see something, yeah, that would be... Yeah, being in that moment. I'm guessing a bit of an adrenaline rush. And you know, when I say I know nothing about batteries, I do. I'm definitely not an expert. But I do. One of the a client that I've written for in the past. One of their things is for, like, you know, the home batteries. Because they're you know, like they do like solar panels, and so they have like home batteries. Power banks, isn't it? It's called a power bank rather than a home battery. I'm calling it a home battery, and that's obviously not what it's called. Like a power bank type thing. And like, you know, when I was doing some of the stuff, like doing some of the writing for their website, you know, we had whole sections on like the on like how great it is and how it saves you money and helps the planet and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is I have to do a load of research for this stuff as well, and I was kind of like, so what about the dangers? What about the dangers about batteries? Now this is, I'd say, this is me just like researching off the internet, so I was kind of like, that's not me going, I know about all this stuff. This is just like, I'm trying to find things to write about, and this is something that the internet wants to know a lot about. What are we doing about this? They were like, yeah, we might do that as like an article in a while's time, but right now let's just focus on the good bits. So at some point I might have to write about the dangers of like fires and stuff. Or they'll hope I forget, but I won't, because I've got it written down. You even managed to save the posters of the barely dressed girls on the wall. Is that... Bro, are you even allowed that kind of stuff on the wall? I did my work experience, so I don't know if anyone else does this in other countries, but in as you get towards the end of secondary school, which yeah, I don't even know what that would be called in other years. When you, I think you're about 15. I think you're about 15 here when you do it. But we go on a thing where we go on work experience. And work experience can be in all kinds of places. You know, some people go and work in offices, some people go and work in factories, and I think you do it just for a week. I think it's literally a week that you do it for. And I ended up working at a paper, like a printer's. I ended up working at a printer's, So there was a lot of stuff, you know, like this. So there was warehouse work, there was factory work from, and when I say factory work, I'm talking about like working with the machines that bound stuff and like the big cutters and stuff. This is going somewhere. It is relevant to chat. It's not just me waffling on about something completely inane. And when I went, like the other students that went to work there were not my friends from school, so they just didn't want to know me at all. They just didn't want to know me at all when we were at this thing. So, you know, like when it came to things like having lunch and stuff, I was just like sat in like a corner of a warehouse eating my lunch. And the guys who were working, the guys who were like the adults, the grown-ups, the people who were meant to be working at this factory, just like kind of took me under their wing a bit, because they noticed I was not with, you know, I didn't have any friends when I was at this place. And so but the thing was, I ended up getting to do really cool stuff. Like the people who were friends, like the people who were friends with each other, they went and worked in the office of the paper place. And so they were just doing like admin. They were just like doing photocopying, and they were doing stapling. And what I thought was really cool was I actually got to work on like the factory floor. I got to use one of the giant guillotine. That's it, guillotine. I got to use one of the giant guillotines where, you know, just like this massive blade just goes thunk. And so I got to do all that stuff, and I got shown all like the cool things about like, don't put your hands here. You do this with your foot. You have to use these. These are safety buttons. But anyway, when it came to break time, I got to hang out with the guys who were in the factory. And we went into their break room, and in their break room, I just remember feeling like very uncomfortable and intrigued at the same time. Because let's remember, I was a 15-year-old boy. We're all, you know, we're going through changes. But I remember going into their break room, and just there was filth on those walls. Filth. Twitch would never allow you to have these things on screen. Just filth everywhere. And I remember just being intrigued, and also like, I shouldn't be looking at this. I come from a Roman Catholic home. I should not be looking at these things. But also being a 15-year-old boy going, look at there's boobs, and other stuff, because it was filth. It was a rec room of sin. So now you see, the problem is Ambro, because you said that you saved those posters. That's what I'm thinking your rec room is. Your rec room is a rec room of sin. But yeah, I really enjoyed that work experience, because I got to do something. You know, this probably shows how my brain properly works. It probably shows how far wrong I went with my career path. I really enjoyed that job because it was like practical. Because it was practical and it was making something. I thought it was so much fun. Though the downside obviously would have been probably, you know, being on the factory floor, the pay was probably crap compared to the people working in the office. But anyway, filth. Absolute filth. It's nice and neat. Your auntie is in charge. That your auntie allows sin. Your auntie allows sin in the workplace. I'm gonna turn this into a good Christian, wholesome stream. I'm really not. We'd last about half an hour if I tried to do that, and that's being generous. But anyway, good that you saved the workplace. I mean, good that you saved the workplace in general. You know, good, and good. And I presume, because you've not mentioned it, no one was seriously injured. If actually, sorry, yeah. Coming back to my previous comment, about this. So you were saying, so when the battery exploded. So the only like really thing I've ever seen of a battery exploding is the video of this guy like hitting one with a screwdriver because he was testing a safety system. So like, and then he went and hit a button and the battery basically dropped into this, I presume, I don't even know if it would have been water or just it went into some kind of like fluid that immersed it so that the battery couldn't do it. Have you got something like that? Or is it you turning up with like a wet dishcloth and just putting it over the top and just hoping everything's good? I want to know. I want to know. How's it go? How does it work? Don't you need sand for lithium batteries? I don't know. I'm intrigued. Wait, water. So it is water. Okay. Because obviously for certain things, don't you? Like, with literally like saying with like the sand. You have something that is like sand. Right. Right. I see. And I suppose the other question as well is that the first time that's ever happened? Is that the first time that's ever happened where you're at? Like, or due to the nature of the work, is that something that's like, yeah, we have at least one a month that does that? And sorry, yeah, I was so focused on these batteries. Let's scroll up a bit. Lord Ilston, the Germans bombed a town in Ireland a couple of days ago. Oh, did they find was there an unspent munition uncovered? At least I'm going to presume there is. I'm reasonably sure that war has not been declared. So I'm going to go with the unspent munition. If it's not an unspent munition that's been dug up, I probably need to pay more attention to the news. Then Ash, you did your work experience at HMV. HMV, I am amazed that HMV is still going, but I'm really happy to know that HMV is still going. Sorry, yeah, back to Ambro. Battery. When the batteries go into storage, you put a layer of that stuff over it. Oh, so right. So when we're coming back to the sand stuff, right? To try and stop them when they're in store. Yeah. Ooh. This just sounds like something that would just be very stressful. Why are we doing this with the batteries? Because they might explode. What? But the things we work next to every day. Yeah, they might explode. It's all right. Just sprinkle a bit of sand on them. They'll be sound. Sound as a pound. Well, it's the first time it's happened. Okay. The battery wasn't supposed to be. The battery wasn't supposed. Oh, so it was in a place where. Okay. So it was in a location. It was in an improper location. The smell isn't. Oh, oh, right, okay. How long do you reckon it'll take to get the smell out? Or is that just going to be a 6 months' time? You're just going to keep being reminded by the smell? The stand is called vermiculite. Oh, vermiculite. Oh, I use vermiculite with when in regards to potting plants. Now I know. Now I know. If I ever have like a battery fire in this house, I hope there is never a battery fire. But if there ever is, I just need to go to my potting room. I just need to go to my potting room and get the vermiculite out and just put it over the top. You got £50 bags of it. I don't know how much I've got. I don't think I've got £50 bag of it. I've got a big tub. I've got a big tub of it. Wait, hang on. Can I see it from where I am? Let's see how safe I am in my house from battery fires. That's the other bag. Oh no. Oh, one. I'm screwed. The one I've got here, the one I've got right now isn't vermiculite, it's perlite. It's perlite, not vermiculite. I've only got perlite. I can't save anyone from batteries. The where is the? I don't know where the vermiculite is. Time we on? Ooh, it's 11:15 already. I don't feel like I've been streaming long enough for it to be that late. It's the benefit of having things to talk about, isn't it? Whenever I have things to talk about, streams do seem to go a lot quicker. Oh, no, stop it. I keep hitting the button on the side of this pen. Where's my thing? Oh, that went there. Not you. Not you. Judging by the battery thing you have in your house, everybody should have a £10 bag in their house just to be safe. Wait, hang on, what? Judging by the battery thing you have in your house. Wait, oh, have you got a power bank? I do not in this home. No, we do not have that in this home. People across the road from me might do though, because they've got solar panels on their house. So I wonder if they've got a big old battery. Maybe. Oh, the amount of things powered by batteries. I see. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I was saying before. Like, I am surrounded. Just looking around now. Just looking around now, the amount of things that have batteries in them. And it is something that just doesn't really get talked about much. Like, even yesterday. So, going back to the show that my mum was watching. Like, the show that she was watching, they were talking about things that can be recycled and things that can't be recycled. And one of the bits that they kind of finished on was batteries. And they were going on about, how do you dispose of batteries once you've... you know, how do you dispose of batteries? Can they go in the recycling, or do they have to go somewhere else and all that kind of stuff? And the lady was just like, no, they have to go in their own special thing because they have to be stored and transported in a particular way. You know, and the people who were on the show were just there going, yes, batteries must be stored in a particular way and safe and all that kind of stuff. And like, everyone kind of knows that for like recycling. For recycling purposes, everyone knows that about batteries. But we never think about the way that batteries are just in our house. I remember in my at my dad's house, he used to just have like, you know, like batteries and stuff. Like, he'd have just a big box. He'd just have a big tub. He'd have a big tub of battery, like, you know, batteries that he's got for various different, you know, like how people have like boxes of like random screws and all that kind of stuff. He would have a big tub of batteries. And I remember thinking and looking at it going, I don't actually know if that's safe. I don't know if that's safe, because some of them are very old batteries. But I don't think that's a very uncommon thing for his house. I'm pretty sure I've seen that at other people's places as well. Recycling here is wild lately. It's nice, but also a pain. Well, this was part of the reason why they were having this thing on this show yesterday, was they were talking about like what can be recycled, what can't be recycled. So, for instance, at my house, we have 4 bins. We have 4 bins here. Why is this not working? Wait, what? What have I done? What have I done? Why is this not? Oh, you're on a... I've put you on a different layer to this thing, that's why. So I bet if I do this... If I do that... Right, okay, it's that. So like at my house, we have four different bins for recycling. But they were talking about, there was a I can't remember which county it was in the UK, but there was a county where they have 10 bins per house for recycling. And so yeah, part of what they were talking about yesterday was just like it's quite complicated to know what you can and can't recycle, and like I knew a bit of this anyway, because it just kind of like recycling has interested me for years, because like when recycling first started, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Like a lot of the things, and this is very much for like UK type area. This is not, other places might be doing it better or worse, but certainly near the beginning, there was a lot of stuff being put in like recycling that was just getting incinerated, because your local like council didn't have the facilities set up to deal with it. So even though people thought they were doing really good recycling, they weren't actually recycling at all. Just it was going to landfill or being incinerated. So it's always something that's kind of interested me, just to see how much of this stuff is actually happening, because we get told very stringently to, you should be doing this. If you don't do it, your bins won't get picked up and all that kind of stuff. And so when I heard yesterday that there's a county somewhere in the UK that has like 10 recycling bins, that's like, I don't even get what. And unfortunately, really annoyingly, they didn't actually go through what those 10 bins were for. So I don't even know what those guys were expected to split up for recycling. But like, yeah, we've got 4 here. We've got 4 recycling bins. We got 4 bins. One for like general waste that can't be recycled. And then we've got a paper and cardboard bin, but you can only put particular types of cardboard and paper in it. Like one of the things they were talking about on this show yesterday was, and this is one of kind of like the daft things. This is one of the daft things, like the takeaways around here are like mandated. I'm going to say mandated. Are mandated like to cut down on the amount of plastic that they have in their takeaway stuff. Which is a good thing. We've heard a lot about the problems with plastic in getting into the system, and so having less plastic around. I understand the idea about it, but they're often told like you need to start using paper and cardboard because that's better for recycling. However, one of the things that was on this show was the fact that, like, say a pizza box, there's too much grease that comes off the food that gets into the cardboard, that actually takeaway containers, for the most part, can't be recycled because there's too much grease on them. And so, like, if you get a takeaway, the cardboard from a takeaway should be going into the general waste, so it's going to be incinerated. And it's just interesting hearing like this stuff, because, you know, people, it's been going on for years here, but people get so confused. People get so confused with recycling here, because what you can and can't recycle all changes between counties. Like, what I could recycle when I used to live close to Manchester is actually different to what I can recycle here. Like, up in Manchester, up closer to Manchester, we actually had like a letter. We had a letter come round that was actually about, you can recycle takeaway containers, because the recycling facilities nearer the city were set up to deal with the fact, you know, there being like grease in cardboard and paper and stuff. But then obviously you've got this TV show going, no, you can't do that. So yeah, I don't know if it's better in other countries, but here it's just, it just seems to get very confusing. And so I get why a lot of people don't bother with trying to recycle, because it's confusing. But yeah, I'm fascinated by this 10. I'd love to know what these 10 bins break down into. The whole day is us recycling here at work, at home. Recycling. You must be sick of recycling by the time you get home, Ambrose. Just if Ambrose had a bad day at work, he's just there, just shoving everything in general waste, going, bah, don't want to do it. But yeah, so we have 4 bins here. We have a paper and cardboard. We have a garden and kitchen waste, so organic waste. And then we have a bin for stuff, plastic and tins and glass. Though you have to be careful. The thing that was being talked about on this show yesterday, like, this show was not doing a great job of encouraging you to recycle, because they were just talking about basically all the things that you can't recycle. Like, I was listening, so like my mum was there watching this thing, and she was going, but why, what about this? Oh my god, it's just too much effort. And they were talking about things like with the glass recycling, you couldn't, the message they were putting out was, you couldn't put broken glass couldn't go in the glass recycling because it was too dangerous. So it had to go in the general waste, because general waste was set up to deal with it. But again, I know this is one of these daft things where it actually changes between counties here. Like, certain counties are set up to deal with these things, and some aren't. And then the plastic that could go in the bin was complicated as well. Plastic that could go in the bin was complicated because the plastic depended on what type of plastic it was. And then there were things about, you know, like, oh, there's certain plastic that you have to recycle at your local supermarket, if your local supermarket partakes in the programs for recycling. And then, yeah, batteries is just a whole separate thing where The only places we can recycle batteries, which I think this bit's probably pretty standard for everyone. But the only places we can recycle batteries are like at supermarkets have battery collections, or if you actually go to your local recycling centre. I suspect a lot of people just put their batteries in general waste though. Which I can understand why that causes a lot of problems. I can also understand why people do it though, because you don't want to have to go to your local recycling centre to put in a little battery. This has been a fun conversation, hasn't it? Recycling with Bearded Squire. I tell you what, we'll have a day where we're just going to talk about recycling. I'll get he's not going to know yet because he's off having lunch, so I can get him to commit to this while he's not here. But we'll have Ambro on as a guest speaker, as a knowledgeable guest speaker. We'll have him on talking about it. And I'm sure he'll agree. He'll agree. I'm sure he will. By the fact that I'm just going to say that he's doing it while he's off having lunch. He can't say no. So there we are. Indeed, yes, as a special guest. I've gone a bit different with, like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel with what I've done there. I have to change that one. I'm also feeling like we should have some darker areas. Maybe this is an approach just to take in the future with streams. I'll just be like, what does everyone want to talk about today? And that way I can kind of pre-vet what people want to talk about. And then I can go and do some reading up on it. And then that's what we can talk about on stream. Do you know what's frustrating? I am in stream mode right now. I'm very much in a mode of I feel like I could stream through the entire afternoon right now. And yet today is a day I cannot, because I've got other things I've got to get done. On the plus side, we made progress with this. Made progress with these bits, so that's good. In fact, maybe it doesn't even have to be topics. Maybe we could just have a meet the chat. Maybe that's how we can grow the community, by having a meet the chat, and everyone can come on and they can talk about what they do with their lives. There's people who will be watching now who will be going, I do not want to do that. And don't get me wrong, this is all tongue in cheek. I would not start demanding, chat, get on a microphone. You've been here, you've been following for however long, I need you on chat to talk about your job. Oh, wait, Ash, are you still in chat? Not that I'm about to tell you to get on microphone. Just to clarify, but Ash, are you still in chat? Max, you wish Max comes on. Max is on stream. So what do you do, Max? I don't know. That's why I'm here. Can we work out what I do? Max is just keen to get on a microphone so we can just do some kind of like career advice. What do you like doing with your life, Max? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I'd end up being like some like really rubbish version of I don't know if anyone watches him on YouTube. There's a guy called Caleb. I want to say he's called Caleb. And he does like a financial audit of people's lives, which, to clarify, I don't know if it's genuine or not. Like, when I first started watching it, I was like, this is quite interesting, seeing people's approaches to how like they are with their finances and stuff. But as time's gone on, I don't know how real it is. I don't know how real it is and how he potentially brings on actors, because some of them I find hard to believe. But maybe I could do just like a really, really bad version of that. And just be like assessing people's lives with absolutely no qualifications to do so. Why do you get to assess people's lives over other people? Because they're willing to come on to the channel. That's how it works for me. This is the YouTube content you turned up for. Some random bearded guy going, hey, you need to do something with your life. Something different to what you're doing right now. God, it sounds like the beginning of I'm about to sell you a book, doesn't it? You need to do something better with your life. For just $29.99 a month, you can have access to my book. Yes, it's buying a book, but you have to have a monthly subscription. The book doesn't get updated, no. But it has a monthly subscription. And I'll tell you things that you probably already know. This is it, guys. This is how I'm going to make my millions. Cracked it. It is so windy here right now. Oh, we've got rain! We've got rain! So much rain. We've had so much wind. And now we've got it's a lot of rain. It's a lot of rain. Subscriptions are way out of control. Subscriptions are way out of control lately in multiple different ways. I presume it. Did you see the one? Oh my god! Like, I realise this is not the direction you were making that comment, but bloody hell, the Disney one that happened recently. That one was shocking. For anyone who's not seen the news with Disney, a person died in a Disney park due to an allergy, despite having been like assured, you know, like they'd I don't know exactly how they had the evidence for this, but like Disney wasn't disputing this bit, but like the people had like made certain, like when they were in the restaurant, they were like, I've got this allergy, I can't have this stuff, and the server had been like, yeah, no, there's none of that in this, blah 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 blah. Turns out there was. And I'd say Disney's not disputing that bit. Disney was not disputing that bit in any way, shape or form. Like that there'd been proper checks to make, you know, like the people had made it perfectly clear that they had allergies to stuff in the food, and the restaurant had responded and said, yeah, there's none of that stuff in the food, and it turned out there was, and this lady died, and the husband sued Disney because he was like, look, we made this clear that she couldn't have this stuff, and then you gave her this stuff. And Disney, bloody hell, Disney turned around and went, actually, you can't sue us because you have a Disney Plus subscription. And in the terms and conditions of the Disney Plus subscription, it says that we have to do this via arbitration, so you can't actually sue us. And you're just like, what has my TV subscription got to do with me being in your park and eating food in your park and it killing people? But you're telling me that my TV subscription, and Disney, they've since retracted this, I think because of the public outcry. But bloody hell, like, trying to, like, that is some, you know, like when you watch a TV show, and you go, that's very unbelievable that someone would actually, like some lawyer would actually have the balls to do that. You're like, that's like like that. If you saw that in a TV show, you'd be like, this is so unrealistic. God damn. But yeah, so anyway, they have subsequently retracted going down that route. And it must be, and that must be because someone in PR must have turned around and gone, we are struggling enough to keep subscribers. Now that you're telling them that these terms and conditions will be used for things other than the TV, are you insane? Though apparently the lawyers have not said, oh yeah, we're wrong for using those T's and C's for something other than the TV subscription. The lawyers apparently said something along the lines of, in this particular instance, they were not necessarily appropriate. So some people with a bit more like legal speak have kind of gone, the legal speak is, we'll come away from using it on this occasion, but it doesn't mean we won't try again in the future on something else. Yeah, jeez. You think it's even worse? It was a Disney Plus trial. Oh, it was a Disney? Really? Do we know that for certain? Is that for certain that it was just based on a Disney Plus trial? Because like it's bad either way. It's bad either way. But yeah, if it was on a trial as well that he didn't progress with. But yes, anyway. So yeah, subscriptions be crazy. And I say this as someone who does have technically a subscription. Have I told you about my Kofi? Have I told you about my Kofi page? There's memberships on Kofi. If you'd like to support the channel. But don't worry, if I ever open a park, my Kofi subscription will not relate to the park. We can keep this for posterity. I'm happy to confirm that if I ever open a park, Bearded Land or whatever we'll call it, my Kofi subscription will not relate to that park. You will be separate. You will be separate. Can you just imagine this? 10 years time, someone's trying to sue me, and I'm like, I think you'll find that you have a £3 subscription on Kofi, which means you're not allowed to sue me for there not being enough beards in Bearded Land. Yana, a jury would say at least I would. He had a subscription, not she. I think it's something about the terms and conditions. Apparently, the terms and conditions said something about it relates to your family. Like it's one of these things that, you know, no one probably would ever notice. But I think it was something along the lines of, because of the way you set up access. Because of the way you set up access to the subscription service, like it can be, you know, like you'll have like a kids account so that the kids don't see anything that's inappropriate, or you set things up in different ways that apparently the T's and C's would cover your entire family because they can have accounts under your subscription. It was crazy, absolutely crazy that they went down that route. I would hope that a jury forget a jury turning around and saying you had a subscription, not your wife, just going, the subscription is for a TV service. Just, I hope that's where the jury would go, not who actually had the subscription. But yeah, wild. Anyway, they apparently walked it back, so things are still messed up in the world, but no, wait, no. Give me that. That was weird. I literally, like, I didn't even think that was possible with Critter. I kind of like, it started lagging on my screen. Oh, I've ordered myself, like, from a conversation we were having. I want to say it was earlier this week. I don't think it was last week. But in terms of owning physical media, I've bit the bullet, and I'm essentially, I can't order it all at the same time because it would be a lot of money. But I've bit the bullet, and I'm starting to chip away at some of the physical media I don't own. So Babylon 5 is on its way today. I think it's today. I think it's arriving today. Let me double check. Or is it tomorrow? Now it says the complete series. It says the complete series, but I'll have to see it when it turns up. I don't know if it includes the movies. So I've only ordered that. Like, I was potentially looking at ordering, like, the movies and stuff as well. But I figure I'll wait for this to turn up, work out exactly what's on this, and then I might pick up the other bits. But yeah, so I got Babylon 5, which should be arriving today. And also Space Above and Beyond, which I've wanted to own for a long time. So I'm going to start chipping away at some of the physical media I don't own. I know I said I was going to do Masters of the Universe, but I need to do a bit more reading on that one. I need to do a bit more reading because I don't entirely understand what's being sold on Amazon. I don't know which one, because, like, a lot of it is referring to imports, and I don't know if the imports. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. So at some point I do want to pick up Masters of the Universe, but I want to make sure I'm actually getting a copy that will work. I have no idea when I'll get around to watching these things. But anyway, sorry, yeah. Max, you'd never trust any restaurant if you had a lethal allergy to certain foods. I mean, so this wasn't directly took for one of my friends, but a friend of a friend who I used to work with. Essentially, the same thing happened to them. They were at a burger restaurant in Manchester, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing. They were like, "Oh, I've got this nut allergy. I can't have it. Like, this nut will kill me. I can't have it." And or actually, was it nuts? Can't remember if it was nuts or might have been sesame seeds. But anyway, so they were very, they told the server and stuff about that, and there was still contamination, and the girl died. So, like, I say, not one of my direct friends. It was a friend of one of my friends. So, yeah, I didn't know them, but yeah, a similar thing happened to them. Like, yeah, I would be like kind of like Emacs. Like, I just don't know if I had like a lethal allergy to something. Just the way my brain works, I don't think I could bring myself to eat out. I'd be too scared. I would be too scared if I was in that position. So I do feel for anyone who has like a lethal allergy to something, because my brain would not work well with it. Max, is there a secret EULA where we need to grow beards if we subscribe to you? Are you telling me you haven't got a beard, Max? Oh, Max, if you ain't got a beard and you're subscribed to me, the fallout from that and under my T's and C's is massive. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I just start to, if you enter my park and you ain't got a beard, there's going to be problems. Yeah, food allergies. Like, I think I do have like very minor, but I'm talking about like minor. I'm talking about minor food allergies. Like things that might have a bit of it give me like, I think I've got things that give me like upset stomachs like on a regular basis. You know, like I'm probably one of those people who has like a intolerance to like gluten or something. Like pretty minor stuff. But yeah, serious food allergies, bloody hell. I like food too much. I would hate to be scared of food. Lord Elston, you can develop lethal allergies at any time you like. You can indeed, yes. You can develop allergies. You can also grow out of allergies as well. Though how you would test that with lethal ones, it's probably not something you want to test. Outside of some very controlled conditions. So for anyone watching, don't just go, hey, this bearded man on the TV box, this bearded man, he said that I could grow out of allergies, so I'm going to go and test all of these nuts. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be stupid. Be safe, people. Be like Ambro. Be more like Ambro. Carry around a giant bag of vermiculite and just be aware of what foods you can't eat. There you go. There's today's PSA. 1 minute you're chomping bacon, next minute look, oh man, if I couldn't eat bacon, why would you say something like that? Why would you do that? Why would you suggest that, Lord Elston? I'm never going to become allergic to bacon. How dare you? So how's the voting going? What have people voted for? View reactions. So we've got a bunch of people want to see diplomacy not included. Okay, diplomacy not include. Oh wait, sorry, no, Timberborn. Timberborn is winning at the moment. And then diplomacy is not included. And then Sins of a Solar Empire. Okay. And just no one no one wants to see any more Going Medieval. I have completely misjudged that game. No one is interested in seeing any more of that. Noted. I will make a note. What time are we on? We're on 11:30. I tell you what, do you know what I'm going to do? Yana, I think I'll probably do that bird today, just in case we don't do an art stream tomorrow. What I might do art-wise is I might not start, or do I start? I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll do that bird today. So that if we don't do art, it's been done. Let's just hit save on this. I'm not happy with the shadow over here. Not happy with what I've done with this shadow here. Right, save's been hit on that. We're not looking at the Spaven today. We might look at that next week. I do want to do a bit more with that now that that sketch is there. I'd like to do a little bit more with it. That went up. That's a thing. Let's snag that. Do 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 do. Let's. I don't need that anymore. Don't know why I've got that on screen. Let us go. Okay, so a bird from the Gnomeverse. Bird from the Gnomeverse. Yeah, I've not really put any thought into birds, have I? Like the blood, I had the blood tree. I had the blood tree killing a bird, and that was one of the ways the seeds spread. Yeah, a bird from the Gnomeverse. Oh, we had that little. I had that little hawk, didn't I? I had that little hawk with the gnome that was on his shoulder. What could I do for an interesting, something that's a little bit different? What could I do? And I do like. I'm trying to think of the birds that come into the garden. I'm trying to think of the birds that happen in the garden. Would it be a bird that we use? I kind of want it to be a decent sized bird. Or do I? Do I want it to be a decent sized bird? We could have... What could we have? Oh, what if it was a bird? What if it was a bird that hunted gnomes? Why do I have to make everything terrible? What is it? What is going on in here that I have to make everything terrible? A bird of prey that hunts gnomes. Gnomes have a terrible time in this universe. They have such a bad time. A gnome wren. A wren. I'm trying to think of an environment that we've kind of talked about. Because there's the forest. But a forest seems a bit of an easy one. There's... you know, we haven't talked about the like at some point I do need to cover the river folk a bit better, don't I? I've not covered the river folk very well. But a wren. If I did a wren, because yeah, wrens are little ones, aren't they? Wrens. Trying to remember exactly how a wren looks. I know there's like a small. But when I'm thinking, oh man. So this is getting into this point where we hit the problem of not Googling these things. So that so I'm kind of going off of just what's in my brain. And the wren that I'm thinking of is very small. I might have to Google this, you know. I might have to Google this. I might have to Google a wren, because in my brain, there's part of me going, wrens are tiny, but then there's another part of me going that wrens aren't tiny. What kind of a wren am I thinking of? Oh, I don't know. You could. I mean, I could invent one, because the thing was, what I was just thinking there was, like, obviously, like we had the gnomes. We had like the gnomes have like the capybara, and they use them as the gnomes use the capybara as like beasts of burden. And then if we did like a really tiny bird, what I was just thinking of then was like if I did a really small bird, you know, kind of like a blue tit size. If I did like a blue tit size bird, but in my brain, for it being part of Gnome World, of the Gnomeverse. It's going to be one like this. What, like, based on how small this will be, it won't necessarily be very good for a gnome. Now, this might end up raising a bit of a problem question. I was thinking maybe if I was doing a small one, but I was thinking about it having a like a little harness on it, like someone's riding it. But then the only thing that would be small enough to ride it would possibly be something like a fairy. And I don't know if fairies are going to exist in the gnome universe, because I don't necessarily have a good way of putting them in. Unless the fairies come from a different... Because this is obviously one of the reasons why I've put in the... one of the reasons why I've put in the portals, the porters. One of the reasons why I've put the porters in is so that if I ever have something that doesn't really fit with the creation of the world, I can have it having come in via one of the porters. So maybe if I were to have fairies, they'd probably have come in from a different world. And maybe this... Whether this birds come with them? Whether this birds come with them, or... Or whether they've tamed it when they've been here. Is a whole other question. So I think that's the route I'm going to go. Wing needs to be bigger. I just noticed that if you Google wrens, there's a nice animation on the button to hear them. Is it really? All right, okay. Do 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 do. The Easter egg did to a Pidgey Pokemon. How dare you? How dare you suggest a Pokemon? How dare you? That need to come that way, wouldn't it? I'd need to come that way if I was going to do that. Let's pull that forward a bit. Not sure if I like that. Not sure if I like that. I was trying to do, you know, like I have like a, you know, like I have the eyebrows. Like I've got the eyebrows for the gnomes. Now the gnome eyebrow is quite chunky. I was kind of doing that for the bird, but now I'm not sure whether I like that or not. I was trying to turn that into like a... I'm not sure if I like that. if it was a bearded tit? What if I made it a bearded tit? Which means I might angle that. Let's get rid of that bit. Let's get rid of that bit. Ooh, Boreas has just come online. Oh, okay. It's not. Boreas normally starts streaming at 12, so I presumed that was going to be by queue. Well, if I do that, then I could probably get rid of that. There's a bird. I can't remember what type of bird it is. There's a bird that comes in my garden. And it's got a little tuft at the front of feathers, and I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember what they're called because I don't see them very often. But they have like a little. They have like a little bit that kind of. They have like a little spiky bit at the front. And then it just kind of goes away. If we turn that into a thing going back. And then a saddle. Oh wait, hang on, that's meant to be on a different layer. That's meant to be on that layer, isn't it? Wait, no, because that's on a different. I'll be on that layer probably. Do 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 do. put that? Okay, let's get rid of that. Shouldn't be there. Put that there. The little fairy would be on the back with that little spear. Little tiny folk. In fact, I won't call them fairies right now. They'll just be little tiny folk. Because we don't know what they are yet. What layer did I do that? Oh, no, I did do it on its own layer. That's all right. Do this person super detailed. Possibly a thing for another day. Because I need to have a think about fairies. Or, you know, it could be an elf. This could be an elf, and this bird could actually be ginormous. We've got no other points of reference right now. This could be a giant bird. There you go. A bird from the Nobiverse. In fact, tell you what, that's not even going to go in speed sketches. That can go in the bestiary. There you go. Glowing Boy, you made it to 30-something sheep, but then just woke up to a damn wolf in your dreams. I'm just going to giggle. I could apologise, but then that would be me accepting blame. I just drew a picture. Oh, that's all I did. I just drew a picture and put it in your mind. Anyway, army of those tiny folk soldiers transported riding an air battalion of these guys who, I don't know who these guys are going to be yet. They might be fairies. They might be some kind of a fae folk, if I do fae folk. But anyway, that's where we're going to wrap up today. As I say, unfortunately, because I say unfortunately, I'm saying unfortunately, even though it's like it's my mother's birthday on Saturday, so we're doing a bunch of stuff for my mother's birthday. So it's not unfortunately, just to clarify the way I'm saying that. How dare she have a birthday? But what it does mean is that the work I would normally do at a weekend, I need to make sure is done today. And then what I'm going to clarify, I'm just quickly having a quick Google search because I'm trying to clarify the bird. I was, you know, when I said that like the bird's got a little bit of a tuft on the front of its head. I can't remember what they're called. Like we don't get a lot of them in the garden, and if we had a lot of them in the garden, I'd probably remember the name better. Although saying that, wait, finches. Was it? Am I thinking of a type of finch? Is that what I'm thinking of? Because we don't get we get goldfinches, but those don't really have a little tuft on the front of their head. But maybe it's a type of finch I'm thinking of. Wait, hang on. UK small birds. Finch. We have a look at a load of different types of finches. What are you going to give me for finches? Do you know, actually, you know, I think it like, yeah, it wasn't quite swept back enough. Wasn't. So what I was thinking of, I probably should have swept the top bit back a bit more. I was thinking of a chaffinch. See what I'm right? Hang on. I'm saying see what I mean, and I'm not putting it on screen. So how are you going to know? See how like they've got a bit of a tuft going on. That's what I had in my brain. That's what I had in my brain, and then it's a bit too far forward, isn't it? Whereas I should have swept it back a bit more. Is what I was going for. I thought there was one with something a bit further forward. Obviously not that one. Not that one. Oh wait, what about a siskin? Wait, is that what a siskin? Oh, do you know what? If that's what a siskin looks like, something that I thought that had been in the garden was a siskin, clearly wasn't. Oh, that's a terrible quality image. Give me better quality images from the internet, please. Do we have a bigger version of that? Oh, do you know what? If that is a siskin, that's a siskin. Something that has been in our garden that I thought that I'd been told was a siskin is very much not a siskin. But no, those have got it quite. Oh, actually, wait, no, because a pine siskin is very different, isn't it? Huh. Oh wait, no, maybe the other one is a pine siskin. Well, maybe the one in the garden is a pine siskin. I'm looking at other one. Yeah. So many birds. Yeah, the one I'm thinking of. I feel like there is one that comes in the garden that has like the tuft a bit further forward, but that looks a bit more sensible, doesn't it? So if I was to do this again, I might go down that route of having it a little bit more swept back. Yeah. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. A crested tit. Yeah, so like that one is a bit more prominent. But the thing I'm thinking of has it like a lot further forward. But it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. Although actually saying that, looking at some more of those pictures, they do go quite wild, don't they? They have a great time with the feathers on top of their heads. They have a fantastic time. Though I'm pretty sure I must have not, just looking at where they are in the UK, unless one got lost, I must have not seen. I don't think I've seen a crested tit, because looking at where they are in the UK, they don't really come near here. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so there was a reason for the tuft on the front of the head, but if I was to do this with references and turn it into something, it definitely would look different. It definitely would look different. Oh dear. And Tay-Cat or Ty-Cat, did anyone already make a tit joke? You can make all the tit jokes you want, as long as they're not vulgar. As long as they're not vulgar, you can make tit jokes. It's very difficult to... Oh, God. It's very difficult to not destroy my desk in front of me, is what it is. But yeah, it's very difficult to talk about the different types of tits. Talk about all the different types of tits for people not to make those jokes. So we've probably had them before. Anywho, right, as I was saying, I'm wrapping up stream now. Wrapping up stream. So tomorrow, I don't know if we'll start with art or not, or maybe if we go into an extended stream, I might do late night art. I might do art on the end of the stream rather than the beginning, depending if we do extended stream stuff tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow, 3-year Twitch anniversary stuff. We've obviously got the game voting going on the Discord, so we'll see exactly which game we're going to do. There is the potential for a forfeit game. Yeah, and if I think of anything else, I'll have a think on the giveaway. I might do the problem with the giveaway was I've seen a game that I could pick up. I've seen a game I could pick up relatively cheap, and so I was going to do that as a giveaway. But I suspect people will already have bought it. So, well, I'll have a think. I'll have a think and a thunk. But yeah. Anywho, if you've been here, thank you very much. If you've been talking in chat, thank you even more. I have told you where I'll be, so whatever you choose to do with the rest of your day, I hope that you have a fantastic day. And until I next see you, until then, bye-bye.